did it. The other one, you had the Harmon Warhol poster, and when you did it with Carlos Bryant and shit. Where was that at?
That was at the A20.
Oh, at the A20. Oh, the studio.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dirty
saying.
laundry.
And on that note, Harmon Warhol Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol bringing another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. Your bumbleclaw head at you, coming at you, Rastafari. And I have a very special, important, great, phenomenal guest. He's a producer, MC, great father, and a human being I grew up with from elementary school. Vincent Vidaure.
Hey.
Also funky.
Also known as Funky.
Hey.
Hey. Funk can make you love somebody, leave somebody, and dance, baby. Just remember that. Salute.
So back, let's go to the past, and we'll say that I knew Vincent in elementary school and
Kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten.
5?
Yeah, and he actually, we used to compete with each other
all the time.
and we actually competed to each other. At the end of the day, it was like I was the one day where I noticed like the time was everything, and I got ready before everything, and I was getting ready to throw my shit away and get up for class, and fucking Vincent saw the same shit as me out of nowhere, and we ran to the trash can. Vincent at the end, like halfway through, made a move to get ahead of me, but then he was moving too fast.
Tripped over a chair,
and landed right on the trash can.
Right on the nose. On the table.
Or a table?
The table, yeah.
Yeah, it was something on the way to the trash can. You busted your head on the way there, and I was just like, oh, and I was like, someone call 911.
This was in first grade. We were 6 years old.
Yeah, first grade, 6 years old, running to the trash can, and ever since then I had to walk him to the office. And, we were already cool and stuff there, but like even then from there I remember all like the field trips we took. We were hanging out together and shit.
It was always me, you, and Evan.
That were grown ass men and shit.
Yeah. Me, you, and Evan Michael. Shout out Evan Michael.
You're probably a grown ass man. I'm like probably halfway dimwitted child. Honestly,
we both grown. We both grown now.
I hope.
Now 24 years later, I hope so.
Hey, who would have thought we would have both been into rapping? But like when you think about it, it's not too far fetched. But at the same time, it's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying?
To fall in the same. The apple don't fall too far from the tree, baby.
Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, man. Over the years, I mean, we had a little where we didn't speak for a couple years. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of just went our separate ways. But you came right back.
But you went to different.
I went for different high school. Yeah.
Yeah, you went to different.
I went to Bear Creek for one day, and I was like, I'm out. I'm going to E-House, baby. E-House.
Yeah. See, that's
so
what
I went over there because I had to go move my grandma and help her out. And
did you go to Delta Sierra?
Yeah, I went to Sierra. Come on. 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah, man. See, that one, were you on a different track?
Yeah, I was on B track.
I was on B track too.
Well, we didn't have the same classes.
We didn't have the same. How did we have the same classes? Because you didn't have Miss Beach, huh?
Nah, I didn't have Miss Beach.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Weird.
Nah.
I had Miss Beach.
For some reason, I thought you was on H. No,
I was on B.
No, you was always on B track with me. Yeah.
I remember elementary school. We was all up in the yeah, nigga.
Shout out John Muir. Shout out Delta Sierra.
Nigga, I learned life skills. Responsibility. Courage.
That shit was crazy. Yeah.
Other things.
Yeah. Perseverance. Yeah, we used to get those awards.
All my Eagles fly. All my Eagles fly, cuz. Hey, treasurer and president.
Hell yeah.
Holler at me, young nasty.
And in 6th grade, I got straight A's, and we got the President's Award. Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. Yeah, I got the President's Award too. Nigga, hey, check me out. I'm a ground.
He's got it on deck.
Yo, nigga.
Wow.
Hey, signed by the president, bitch.
Bill Clinton, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got a clip in it. I didn't even think about that shit, nigga. I got it signed, Bill Clinton.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of President of the United States right here. Or no, that's George Bush, nigga.
Oh, it's George W?
2002.
Oh, yeah, that's George W.
Never
mind.
I fuck with George. Can we say that anymore?
George, I don't think so.
No, I don't think we can say it.
We got to edit that out.
U.S. Secretary of Education, Principal Miss Medford. See, it wasn't Miss.
Principal Miss Medford. I don't even remember that name.
You don't remember Miss Medford? She was the last 2 years. She was like the last.
I remember Mr.
Gatatani.
Yeah.
And then, not Mrs. Pelly, but
the
other Miss Pelly was a 5th grade teacher. But I'm talking about the the principal. Miss, because she dressed up like Mary. I keep thinking Miss Mary Poppins because she always dressed up as Mary Poppins there all the time.
She
and she would sing the fucking whole fucking Mary Poppins song every fucking year. I'm like, yo, this was tight, nigga. My principal's Mary Poppins, bitch. And I'm winning President's Award for George Bush, cuz. What, cuz? Life skills, bitch.
Where's George W. at?
You're just so ugly when you speak that way. It's foul language. You don't have any. You seem not smart. with a limited vocabulary. The vernacular is on a very shallow. Yeah. So nigga, what's good? Hey, so
fast forward,
nigga. Sports, all that other shit and everything.
I said I played against you in baseball at Edison, Bear Creek. Nigga. We whooped you a couple times. You whooped us a couple times. Yeah. It was back and forth. We were both the sorriest teams.
Nah, nigga, every year I got third place. Every year I got third place because one team that year, their seniors were all together and they all came together and shit.
Oh, okay.
I pretty much was like a salty ass nigga because I always had like pretty much my sophomore year I got to play on varsity and shit, and that was when we were like the best. Like that was one of the best team.
You were center, right?
Yeah, center field. Yeah,
fast ass.
Yeah, and then fucking. My junior year, we had a decent team, but we just couldn't put it together because like there's a lot of good teams that year, and I already knew that going into it. I just knew my senior year it was for anybody's taking, but my team sucked dick, bro. Like we had the starting first five batters, bro. Raw as fuck. I'll even give you 6. Fuck it, we'll give it 6. After that, bro, everyone sucked dick. Yeah. Suck dick. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you guys know who the fuck you are, bro. You suck dick.
We had to break it up.
You know why? Because at a certain point, you realize of age and millennials and shit, and you're like, oh, bro, yeah, bitches, bro. Yeah. And I'm sorry about millennials. Hey, bro, I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a different mindset, bro. And I get it, bro, because I'm so that old school. I was a nigga with a CD player, nigga. I had an iPad, and I had a fucking, the old school fucking MP3 players and all that
Before the iPod Nanos.
I even had that shit. I had all that shit, bro. I went through the whole spectrum of all the fucking, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, I even had a tape recorder. I had the Home Alone fucking tape recorder. You remember that when you recorded your shit?
Yeah,
Look at that shit up, bro. That's how we record shit.
I used to record when Biggie was on the radio. Record him, stop it when he was on the radio, and then flip it over because it ran out of the film. Flip it over and
make your own little mixtapes and shit and everything.
Exactly, just so I could listen to it.
Like, yeah, we went like
we had to appreciate shit back in the day. You know what I mean?
I get it, like, and that's what I'm saying. I got to taste a little bit of it. You know what I mean? And I have a nostalgia for it and everything. For sure. And that's what I'm trying to tell like millennials. I'm like, it's not just all about that and shit. But I'm saying, like, bro, like, people used to call each other fag back in the day, bro. Like, in your face, like, middle school.
Hey, when we used to play Smear the Queer.
Yeah, Smear the Queer. Like, that was our game.
Hey, don't say that nowadays, because you get sued.
We're making light of it now because you guys understand, like, bro, like, people would fucking bash on you and talk shit.
And that's how we grew up. You had to be able to take it, to talk. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to talk shit back to stand up for yourself, basically.
Yeah. And I'm not saying
motherfuckers would be gassing you and you just sitting there looking stupid. Like, nah.
I'm not saying that's the right way to go about things. I'm just saying you got to understand the perspective. You know,
that's just how we grew up.
That's just what the fuck. I didn't know what that was wrong or right. I just thought that's what it was.
Yeah, this is what it was at the time. Shit.
And I'm not saying that's like I'm glad that it's changed now and that we're not using those words and these things.
Yeah,
it's just making
that shit's vulgar.
It's just making me laugh when people don't understand. Like, bro, you don't understand how crazy when it I trip out sometimes on the shit you can't say or do and everything.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
bro.
People, hey, no offense to anybody out there. Please don't take it that wrong way, but people are so sensitive.
I guess what it is with us now too is that we take it for granted because like I know I am not racist. I know I don't care about gay shit. I don't care about any of that shit, you know what I mean? And it has no problem with me. And if anyone wanted to say anything bad about me being racist, I don't care. I don't you know what I mean? Unless you're actually physically gonna endanger me, I don't care. You can say anything you want or think. even if you make me mad, I'm just gonna walk away, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it gets me so mad sometimes if I make a joke and I go over the line sometimes, and then like someone really takes it serious. I'm like, bro, you obviously know I said it because it would be so funny if I really was racist or I really thought that stupid thing. Yeah. Like, that's why. But I guess it's not funny because it's like it's not even okay to think that. And I'm just like, what? It's like,
everybody got a mind of their own, baby. To each his own. Yeah, everybody got a mind of their own.
Bro, I've never had so many white people and Asian people come up to me and say, I don't think you should say that word. I'm like, what do you mean? And like the N-word. And I'm like, bro, I'm black. Like, what are you coming up to me? I don't feel I deserve to have that language used around me. I didn't even say it to you. You just heard me in my conversation. Yeah. It literally happened to me 3 times. I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And the thing is, bro, it's like I'm like the wrong person to go about it into. Yeah. So then I'll just start saying it even more.
Yeah. Pushing buttons and shit now.
Like, nigga, this nigga over here is saying I can't say nigga. Nigga, please.
People feeling hella uncomfortable and shit.
This naive nigga here, I'm making rhymes and shit. Yeah. This nearsighted nigga.
Nearsighted.
Benevolent Negro.
That's funny. I mean, shit. Me like that, man. You know, I came from the hood, so I mean, I had to pass on that, but I mean, a lot of people don't, so they feel uncomfortable using that word. But I mean, me, I'm blacker than most black people.
Well, honestly, you probably might be more black than me. Yeah. So when I was in Indiana, I was like the blackest dude ever. You know what I mean? But then like when
you come back over here, you're like the whitest black dude ever.
Yeah. My friends like Drew and Zach, they'll make fun of me because they're like, yeah, bro, I think you're like the whitest black dude ever. And I'm like, nigga, I don't even think like that. But like, I think it's like both because like I get it, like because I feel like. Especially playing baseball and shit and playing travel ball, I hung out with hella white people. And when I look back at it,
that's all it was in travel ball.
I recognize it, like, bro, like I switch up, like the way I talk too. I realized when once I went to college how I switched it up hella quick. I can talk hella like regular and cool and like proper and pronunciate, but every now and then I'm like, nigga,
there's a time and place, baby.
Yeah,
time and place.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I like to switch it up. You know what I mean. I just didn't realize it until I started growing up, like. You know what I mean? Like, I do have a lot of, like, whitewashed things or white people or middle-class things. I look at it, you know what I mean? But, my black side, though, like, you gotta understand, like, even though my parents did well for themselves, both of them, bro, are from the hood, nigga. Yeah. So they raised me like, I mean, it might be a middle class kid, nigga.
You still got an ass whoop, though.
Yeah, I got ass whoop,
still got an ass whoop, boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas is like, I'm like, I grew up just like you hood niggas. It's just we had nicer cars, I guess. I don't know. That was it, nigga. I would know about punishments, ass whoopings,
shit.
I know about all that.
I didn't know about an allowance until I didn't know what allowance was until about 12, 13 years old, and I still didn't get it. But when my mom and dad did allow me to get, I think it was like $5 every Friday, every week, $5. But I had to wake up at 3 in the morning and help them deliver the paper. And that was at 12 years old, 13 years old, me putting in work like I was that shit. And people would just get it for nothing, for cleaning the room. And I'm like, bro, like, out there doing the yard with my grandpa and my dad and shit. Like,
you had to probably do more hard labor shit, but we were just like, my friends actually ended up, I realized they like coming over to my house on the weekends. So like they would spend the night on like Friday, right? And then we would get to wake up and all we have to do is just clean the house for like, cause like my parents will wake us up early, like 6, 7 in the morning. You can either
cook some breakfast.
Yeah,
you throw the oldies on.
You got you. But the thing is, if you're the friend and shit, sometimes depending on what age we were, if the friends went over, it's like nigga start cleaning fucking breakfast. Yeah, you know what I mean? But most of the time it's like,
hold your blanket, nigga.
Yeah, do something first before I'm cooking breakfast. You need to start that shit right now. You know what I mean? But most of the time, especially when the homies is over, because then they'll even tell the homies, like, yo, I don't want you just waiting here. Hey, how about you help this nigga do some extra shit? Like, let's make sure you wash the windows or do some shit. Hey, I'll throw the extra money y'all way, and then I'll even drive y'all to the movies and shit.
Bam, there it is.
Bam, bam,
and that's when you like, guys, group together. Here, this is the plan, baby.
So this time
you're going to be doing this, I'm going to do this. We're going to go to the movies. Let's get it done.
Yeah, call that girl. We're going to meet her there. Bro, that was lit, bro. That's how I got to live.
Hey, and that's the beauty of things back then. We had to actually, like, I mean, yeah, even further back before us, but I mean, our generation saw the best of both worlds because it was like we had to meet up with people and do all that shit before the AIM and the AOL and all that shit. We actually had to meet up in fucking person. And then fucking like before the phones, nobody had phones. Nobody had like, the internet was rare. We had to meet up in person, do our own shit, get down, and then you know we started getting the phones as teenagers. Like I got my first phone at like 14, 15. Right when I was going into high school, like 13, 14.
I was one of the kids who got it early. I was in 8th grade.
I was like 13, 14.
And I lost that shit, and I lied to
that was a Nokia.
Yeah,
doing the snake.
Yeah, the snake. Yeah, I had that shit. The Nokia
yeah.
The snake one.
Everybody had it.
But it wasn't even like all fancy. Like he made sure it literally was just called for like emergency.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. Hey, where you at? I'll come pick you up.
Yeah, because
boom, there it is.
My parents split up then, so like fucking I was like walking back home. That was the only time because we wanted to be like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like we could have got a ride back home and shit sometimes, but like, no, I want to walk, nigga. Like I want to take the bus.
Yeah.
I didn't have to take the bus. Hey,
speaking of walking home, tell me you remember that time when me and Matt walked home. Me and Matt Acosta. Shout out my boy Matt Acosta. Me and Matt walked home in 1st grade and got our asses whooped. They didn't find Matt. Because the bus was coming late. It was hot. And
what grade?
1st grade, bro. From John Muir, and I got picked up at Delta Sierra by my sister's friend, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna call your parents." My dad picked me up. He whooped the fuck out of me. Excuse my language. He whooped my butt that day. And then
why? Because you got your ass whooped?
No, because I walked home and my sister was supposed to pick me up at Delta Sierra, and she was like, "Oh, where's Vincent?" She came home hysterically. I didn't come off the bus. I didn't come off the bus at Delta Sierra. That's where I was supposed to get off.
Why?
Because they picked me up at John Muir. They dropped you off at Delta Sierra, and I walk home with my sister. Yeah. I didn't come off on the bus, and she was tripping out because I walked home. And it took me longer to get there. So she ran home. She was crying, and then that's by the time my dad had got home.
Why'd you get your ass whooped?
Because I didn't get on the bus. I'm supposed to get on the bus.
That's why you got your ass whooped.
I'm supposed to get on the bus.
I thought you got your ass whooped by like a group of people.
No, by my dad.
My dad whooped me.
Nah, he picked me up. He said, "Boy, you done fucked up now. 6 years old." 6 years old. Bro. And they didn't find Matt until like 7 o'clock that night by Smart Foods.
Why?
I think the S-Mart by where Bernie's what's it called? Late night at Bernie's? Whatever.
Bernie's.
Yeah, whatever that is. Right there by In Shape on Hammer. They didn't find him until 7 p.m.
Why?
They was looking because he was walking.
He just ran away.
He was walking. No, he was walking by himself. After Delta Sierra, he took off by himself.
But why?
Walking home. We were both walking home, bro. That was crazy. Shout out Matt, man, wherever you are.
Hey, what happened with me is I went to Quick Stop, and my dad. That was the thing my dad said.
Quick Stop right there by Delta Sierra.
Right by Delta Sierra. And my dad told me like never go to that Quick Stop because he knew with kids, bro. Because the one time the first time I went with my homie. I ain't gonna say his name and shit, bro. And fucking we went in and I go, "I don't have any money," and he goes, "Oh, don't even worry because I got the 5-figure discount." And I'm like, "Oh, what?" And we gotta remember we're in 7th grade. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Like, oh,
okay, cool.
For sure.
He goes, "What do you want?" And so he's like picking shit out for me, right? And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, right?" You know what I mean? And he goes up to the counter and he only buys one thing, right, or two things, one for me, one for him. And I'm like, "Okay, cool, right?" We start walking out and he just starts pulling hell. I didn't even see him steal this shit, bro. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck, bro?" And then so I was like, "Oh, bro," I understood like right after that, because you gotta understand, I was a naive kid, but once something broke through, like I was just like
bam,
boom, boom. I was just like, "Oh, bro, he's not the only kid stealing shit from this."
He got a couple years on this.
"Oh, this is why everyone's coming here. People are stealing shit." You gotta remember, I'm like, he's not the only badass kid, you know what I mean? So like, fucking, the next time I went, I didn't even want to go, and my homie, I'm not gonna say his name either, he wanted to go to Quick Stop, do the same shit too, buy a little bit of shit and steal a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? And walk home, because I was gonna walk home, and I'm like, nah, and he finally talked me into doing it. We had a good time and everything, and I'm all having it. I'm like, "Oh, I got snacks today." You gotta remember, I'm in 7th, 8th grade or whatever, right? We're walking home. 10 minutes into the walk, I realized, oh, where the fuck's my cell phone? Fucking dropped it. I'm like, oh shit, bro, what the fuck? I'm tripping out. Because the thing is, I went to that Quick Stop. I'm like, bro, what if I went back to that Quick Stop? Couldn't find it. I walked it all. I couldn't find it anywhere. It took me even longer to get home.
Tripping balls,
bro. I'm like, fuck.
My dad about to whoop my ass.
Yeah, bro. I'm like scared. I'm like, oh fuck. So what did I do, bro? I think I tripped out so bad that I ran home, or I ran back to school. I don't even know why. Like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta understand, like, like, you know what I mean?
He was having anxiety attacks.
But I think, like, I went back to see if I dropped it there, and then I think because I was tripping out so bad, one of, like, the principals or somebody saw me or something, and they called my phone. I'm like, can I use your phone? Oh, I think that's why they called my phone or whatever, because I was tripping out, and I was, like, telling them, like, yeah, someone stole my phone, because I didn't want to sell, like, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to recall my death. And that's exactly what happened. And pretty much my dad called the phone, and then the guy was just like, someone picked my phone up. He goes, I didn't steal this phone, I just found it on the ground, da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know where it was. I was like, what the fuck? Bro, I literally took like 30 minutes and went to Quick Stop, went to the parking lot. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm like, then after that 30 minutes, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to be late getting home. Like, my dad's going to know. Now he can't call me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like scared. I'm like,
even worse in the hole. Even more in the hole.
We got my ass whooped.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we all got our ass.
I'm never going to Quick Stop again, bro. I still get sketchy on over that bitch, bro.
It was Quick Stop. It was, the thing was what, Dairy Queen, and then what was it, Black Widow? Right there next to Dairy Queen. Black Widow was a store to be.
But they ended up moving down even, bro.
But yeah, like I said, fast forward. We connected. I think that one time.
But you did the music,
you at
because we did the music and shit.
I seen you at what was it called? Off Acacia.
For what, nigga?
Where they do the hip hop shows where Icarus Jones used to perform. Shout out Icarus Jones. Blackwater.
Yeah.
Blackwater Cafe.
That's where I saw you?
Yeah. We was like in high school still, 17, 18. I saw you that one time.
That was for probably Matt Hall's show. That's the time I went over there.
Yeah.
It was for Matt Hall's show?
I think it was, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We was there, and we linked real quick, and after that, I didn't see you for a while.
And Bias, Toby.
Yeah, all them. Yeah.
Well, his name's just turned to Bias. His name is Bias.
Okay.
His name is Bias, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I dove in. Shout out Bias. I dove in at like maybe 16, 17. I mean, earlier than that, just messing with beats with my uncle, but other than that, just like started freestyling the shit at 16, 17. You got a
particular rap style too.
I appreciate and it comes from all the people I used to listen to, from the oldies all the way to the underground hip hop, the golden era hip hop.
The way you present yourself and approach your raps and shit, because you just want to cut it up a little, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to show what's up. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because like I even see it like with other niggas. Like I feel like with like my homie Dialect, Zach. He fucking he makes sure to kind of do the same thing too. Kind of cuts it up. Like, yo, I want to. If he feels like it's the right time to do a double time, this nigga's about to do a double time. You know what I mean? Me, I'm like really like I'm like a bar for bar rapper. Like I like going like I like making a cool ass metaphor. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I like the wordplay.
Yeah, I like the wordplay too. Yeah,
Shout out Rebel Activity.
Yeah. That's what's up. Got Yeah, but bro, it's just like
funny story. I knew
Drew.
Drew.
Yeah. Gasty.
Yeah. No, not Drew. The other one. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now.
I know. Every time you
Braxy.
Oh, Braxy.
I knew Braxy. I met Braxy a long time ago at in Chico.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When he was, I forget, Marvel. What the hell was his name?
Mass Avengers.
Mass Avengers. Yeah. It was him and his boy.
Isn't that like a crazy thing?
Long
that, like,
time ago,
Braxy
before
used to be the Mass
Avengers.
Hey,
bro.
because like the thing is, bro, Mass Avengers.
Shout out Dub House. Shout out Johnny Costage. All my boys. Final last words. Shout them out. My boy Johnny Costage. He works for Interscope Records now. They doing their thing, man. The Dub House, man. That's good memories back in the Chico. But funny thing about the Dub House,
I missed a lot of those times because that's what when I was going to college and I just was out.
Yeah.
I disappeared for like a good 5 years.
Shit, he was in Cincinnati. He was in Indiana. He was all that shit. But,
well, I visited Cincinnati a bunch, but I was in Indiana, Kentucky area.
Okay.
Time. And then I spent a little bit of time in Florida for like 6, 7 months, 7 months, 8 months, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Funny thing about the Dub House, you know where it was? You know it was located in Chico. It was a party, full blown party house.
No, yeah,
but it was right across the street.
Told me about
right across the street from a fucking funeral home.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So I was performing. And there was a funeral going on, and it was like, well, I mean, what do you want us to do? I mean, I didn't. I mean, we kind of kept it. We kept it lit. We kept going.
I'm keeping it hella lit.
Hey, we celebrating life, baby.
Yeah.
Nah, it was funny. Nah, but That was the first. I mean, I met him there. We didn't really get to know each other, but I met him there, and then when I seen him with you, and I was like, bro, I know you from somewhere, and I was like, did you used to spit? I was like, oh, and then we got to. I was like, Master Avengers. That's what it was.
But I trip out that he used to be on Master Avengers because when I was like out of town and shit, like a lot of people like, bro, like Melia Brethren, like with Brian, Brian and shit and everything, like a lot of the shit they were doing and stuff. I wasn't even in town and shit. Like a lot of like that's why I missed out on Don Quez like before all the pop off or like a lot of these people because like right when I came back into town is like right when they started kind of figuring shit out. Yeah. So I'm just like when I'm hearing these names, I'm like, oh, did they just start or some shit? I don't even know anybody, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm like for 5 years, I'm like, oh, niggas was doing shit, you know what I mean? All these millennials.
Oh, the millennials.
Niggas out here.
No, it's dope to see because.
Shout out to millennials.
Shout out to millennials. Don't
old man Ebro.
Yeah. It's funny. It's tight to see because I kind of like see myself at the forefront of this shit because I was doing me and Ryan, my brother Ryan Walker, NUTs. Shout out NUTs. He don't go by that no more, but we was doing those videos. Yeah, NUTs.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, why did you say that?
That's his name. NUTs. That's how you pronounce it. T's. So. We was doing the 4K videos, HD videos when I was 19. That was 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago now. Damn. And then he did the California Bear, and then he did the He Bang, and then we did the Haters with shout out SOL, shout out Nanamoso, Like Mind Society, and then we did In the Party. And the funny thing about In the Party, shout out G Blanco, shout out my boy Ray from Ray, I believe his last name's Castillo, Redwood City. But the funny thing about In the Party, shout out my boy Javier Vestov, YP the co-leader.
Get to the party, nigga.
So In the Party, nigga. I gotta shout my boys out, man.
All right, we'll get to the story.
All right. So funny thing about In the Party, Ryan had made the beat. We wrote the song. We recorded it in the Asylum with Javi, and then we shot the video, directed the video, shot the video, and I did the graffiti with my boy RP, my boy Christian Alser, and Joe Pistachios and Aaron Peoples and all them, and where they used to live and stuff. So we did all that in a week, 1 week span, 7 days, bro, from creating the beat, writing the song, recording it, to shooting the video all in 1 week, and that shit was dope. That was definitely tight. And that was like the high of our thing, and then we kind of like faded out.
Is that like one of those moments that made you like, yo, I want to do this shit?
Yeah, but then I dove deeper into it, and I started getting more lyrical with the shit. And like I said, I love the wordplay, and a lot of people, they all catch on to that catchy shit. You know what I mean? The Drakes and the repetitive shit, and like you know what I mean? It's just kind of like. It's like I ain't with all that shit, so I kind of like just coasted back, and I got more into. That's when I started going to. I went to college at SAE Expressions for audio engineering, and I was getting into my beats, and that's when I was like taking a step back, going producer more than anything, and I got into the beats, but way more like. I'm not talking just hip hop. I'm talking about everything. Like micing up drum sets and like
that's what ends up happening to a lot of people who go into that doing like, hey, yo, I just want to be able to record my shit and everything. And then you're like,
that's where my focus, and then boom.
Bro, that's literally what happened with Drew with Young Nasty. He's like, yo, I want to do this Mac Dre shit. Da 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 da. Literally, he's like, no, yo, you know dubstep. I'm probably sure he knew about other shit and everything, but literally ever since that shit happened, he's just like, yo, check this dubstep. I'm like, you're the dubstep? What?
Bro, you talking about Mac Dre?
He's into some dubstep shit. Alright, hold up, nigga.
Sitting just right, spitting to it despite this my life, and I question am I living it right? Gazing at the stars, thinking what a wonderful night. This the hour of the quiet storm. Now tell me, can you hear it? Had a blessing with my presence and finally making an appearance. Had a blessing with my presence and finally making an appearance. I'm coherent. Now tell me, can you hear it?
Go.
They say when you gaze upon the stars that you're staring at the past. Cause light can only travel so fast and still I keep moving. Keep it funky, disco junkie. Gotta keep grooving. Never been the type to follow hypes or spark my own movements. I'm just trying to be like O'Shea Jackson, write my own movies. See, I'm a trendsetter, hip-hop's vendetta. See, I'm a problem, keep evolving like planet Earth. If I got a problem, I'll find a way to solve it, I just gotta plan it first. See, after birth, the aftermath, didn't have to work, so I didn't have to work. It's half as hard as half dessert. Get back to work, afterwards, the aftershocks came afterwards. That were written on a page, scribble letters, backwards, factual verbs, adjectives and consonants. Grew up in a small town, yet I'm bigger than this continent. Never lacking confidence, always use my common sense to keep me out of sticky situations. Feeling like the Kraken, wanna wake me. So we just tryna take it day by day, cause every day we live and breathe, we taking time away. Guaranteed that we planting seeds, feeling like this life was meant to be. Yeah. See, we just tryna take it day by day, cause every day we live and breathe, we taking time away. Guaranteed that we planting seeds, feeling like this life was meant to be, it's meant for me. Yeah. Hey, and I made the beat, wrote the lyrics, recorded myself.
He needs 100%.
This is me right here. I need all the rights to the masters.
Shout out Bumpbox.
Shout out Machine, Native Instruments. Yeah. Let's talk about
It's So Funky.
It's So Funky. Hey, you follow me on IG at It's So Funky. ITSOFUNKY. You can follow him at Harmon Warhol.
There's only one.
Yeah, there's only one. HARMONWARHOL.
Yeah.
But let's talk about some beat making, man. How I got into beat making. Let me do the interview now.
Yeah,
let me do the interview.
I'm gonna leave.
yeah. Let it take off, bro. I got it from here.
I got myself.
yeah. Nah.
I can do bad all by myself.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it started a long time ago, years ago, when we was little ass kids. When we was little ass kids, the music got into me at a young age.
Really?
I'm talking about Motown.
No, see, that's what's so weird about music. I've always been into music, so
much.
Escaped into it.
Yeah.
Never thought I could do it until literally like sometime in college. I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna do music.
Yeah.
I'm whatever it is, whatever that means, I'm gonna do music.
It was, and you could say it was my first year, or you could say my third or fourth year. I kind of like was like, oh, but it literally was sometime in college where I'm like, hey, I'm gonna.
But you always had it in you.
That's what
it. And then it's
I always wrote shit, or always whatever was think about like, oh, that'd be tight if you did this, if you rapped, or if you did that, if you rapped.
So
into it.
So the funny thing about, because I'm a creative more than anything, you know what I mean? I used to be a graffiti artist, rapper, producer, all the shit. Yeah. I appreciate it. So it comes in stages when you're a creative. Just in my mind, how I envisioned it. When I would do graffiti, like I'd see something and I'd be like, oh, okay, let me try to do it. Like try to put it to paper, pen to paper, and I would do it. For the most part, pretty good. And then it came to the rapping. It would start off with freestyling, and then I started to wanted to write stuff to make some kind of sense, conscientious rap or whatever you want to call it. And then I would write it and try to do the best of my ability. I would have words, like literally lines come in my head where I start off with like 2 or 3 bars, and then I stop right there, and I'd be flowing in my head, and then I'd be like, okay, let me write that down. Let me write that down so I don't forget it. Go off it later and create a 1632, whatever the fuck. And then it went to beats. Like it was like stage, like from the graffiti to the writing to the beats. Yeah. So with the beats, it was a whole different game changer, because I went to audio engineering school, SAE Expressions. Shout out Brian DeLisa, that's my dog, man. He showed me a whole nother realm on like the studio kind of feel. But when it came to the beats, like I would listen to a song and I would hear chops and samples and shit. Like I would see shit breaking up and like literally hear the beat in my mind. And 9 times out of 10, it would never come out like that, but it would come out dope. And that's what the workflow on the machine, the MK2. Was so by Native Instruments, it was so easy that it broke down everything. I had a turntable that connected USB to my laptop, so I would take the vinyl. I'd sampled off of vinyl records. I was a crate digger. I was a real hip hop artist, so I'd get the vinyl, put it on my turntable, boom, put it on. It was either at 33 or 45, or I speed it up or slow it down, and I would record it into my laptop. Boom, press save. And then take that, it'll drop into my iTunes.
my library, and then I take it from my library, I'd create a wave out of it, create the wave, and drop it into my machine. Once I dropped it into my machine, it was over. I
manipulate it like
the fuck out of it. They got hearing juries. They got they're trying to sue motherfuckers, and I'm not trying to get sued, so I chop the fuck out that
3
shit.
to 4 alterations.
Yep.
At least.
Exactly, because you need
really
bridges, you need hooks, you need forces, you need all.
When you think about it, you can come up with 2 off top. The
Yeah.
3rd and 4th one is like the hard one to figure out. Like,
exactly.
How do I change it without changing it?
Yeah. But I mean, and then how do you change it without it being so different, where it's a part of the beat? Exactly. So I'm glad you said that, because I would sit there. And I already, like most people, and it's crazy because when I talk to producers, or when I hear people like producers talk, they're like, "Oh yeah, you start with the drums, you start with the drum." I'm like, no, like I was asked backwards, I guess, because I heard the drums.
I think it depends on the person.
Depends on the person. I heard the drums in my head, and I would always start with the sample. Boom, boom, boom. I'd hit the sample.
I know a lot of people who start with samples and then they go to the drums, because you can.
Or even when I didn't go samples, I would start with the synth. Or whatever main instrument I had. You know what I mean? I would start with any kind of instrument other than the drums. The drums would be the last thing, because that's always heard it.
Also the same team. I seen people do the drums and shit first, or like they do it like maybe like the 2nd or 3rd thing or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cause like I can see why
they need that snare, or they need that kick. Yeah, whatever.
Give it a direction or
a
feeling
exactly.
or a tone.
But or just the rhythm.
But most people I know, they like, yo, let's get the sample, or like the woo, or the like, let's get something like that. Yeah, let's get that first going, and then we get nigga, because you can make a drum pattern, nigga.
That's the easiest part. That's why I'm like, that's the thing that came last to me. And for me, when it came to beat making, and look at shit, you got the same thing I got right here, boy. A Kai Professional MPK Mini with 25 keys on it. But less was more when it came to mine. So it was a sample. It was like a synth, maybe a little bit of piano, and the beat, like the percussion, and that was it, man. I didn't go too deep, but I kept it. I kept it simple but clean, you know what I mean? So that was my thing on the beat making. And then when I brought it into the studio at Expressions, oh man, it was just so dope. And then even miking up live drums and like the bands, and like just it was a whole nother world. Like it introduced you. So much of that shit goes like foreseen, like on what audio engineers do and what mixing and mastering engineers do. How much work they put in, how many hours they put in the studio, and just for the people, the face of the rapper or the singer, the face of the song, and they don't even really get too much recognition. But I mean, it's crazy, man. It opened my eyes to a lot of different shit, and I just fell in love with it. And I still, but I don't have any creative space at this time. You know, I got a lot going on. I'm working on some shirts to drop soon. Funky is coming soon. So I got some stuff lined up for you, some photo shoots and little stuff. So I'll be promoting that soon.
Alright, nigga, hold up. So what I wanted to bring up, because I've been holding it, because I wanted you to spill your guts, but at the same time, I want to bring up this point. Isn't it crazy how like you go on your journey? Like I wanted to be like rapping and shit, right? But as you start getting into like rapping and shit, you get into beats. You see what it really takes to make a song and to make music. Not even that. First thing you start is, oh, this is what it takes to make music. Then you realize, oh, this is what it takes to promote the music. Oh, this is what it takes. You know,
all the aspects.
You see all the aspects and everything. You see everything going on, and you don't even. And we only know so much because we haven't even been in that position or know that anybody in that position. So
you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's not basic.
So the way I look at it is just like, man, bro, there's so many perspectives. But that's why I see why people get into other things. Because I get into like the podcasting. Because like I'm like, oh, it's either like, oh, this is another avenue, or this is another thing to help me with that avenue.
And honestly, you got it. You got that natural talent. You know what I mean? You're a people person, just like me. We're a people person. So I mean, you could talk. We could talk. Do I have? You love me. You really love me.
Alright, so I usually ask my guests to end this phrase. So can you help me end this phrase?
What's the phrase?
You know you're in Stockton when
you get shot out at a party that you was just trying to go pick up a little girly at or something.
You just trying to swoop through on the swoop. It's already like 12:30.
Those days are long gone though. Those days are, that was more than 10 years ago.
This is one of the most dumbest and funniest Stocktonist things I can say, and I'm not proud of this one, but it is funny. I was like probably like 18, 19 years old. And I'm like, I think I'm pretty sure I was like 18, like it was like my freshman year in college, and I came back for the summer or some shit, and I was going to like a high school party, like, you know what I mean, whatever, you know, I'm like I said, a freshman year of college, like, I'm only 1 year away, and whatever, like, who cares? And so, like, people would tell me about it, and it was supposed to be lit, right? So I'm pulling up, bro. I'm, like, looking through the window, and there's people dancing. It's dark, lights. I'm like, oh, shit, bro, what's up? Literally, bro, I'm one house away. Right when I get one house away, I see someone come out the door. Fuck y'all niggas, fuck you, because people were trying to tell him out. He walks out to the thing, and then some people were trying to step towards him. He pulls out a gun, pops two in the air. Everybody fucking, and right when he pulls out the gun, everybody was like, dug down the car. He pops like 2-3 shots in the air. His homeboys who were with him fucking come around, get the car. He gets in the car and he's like, fuck y'all niggas, da, da, da. And then everybody got quiet for like fucking 10 seconds. And then we all went back to the We all went to the party. Hey, bro, had a good ass time though too, bro. We was dancing on bitch. Bro, there was some freak, bro, because like the thing is, bro.
Shout out all the freaks.
This was not for play. Nigga, I was like, wow, this is crazy, bro. And I look back at that day all the time, and I'm like, bro, I can't believe I just had the ball. Cause literally, bro, in that literally like 10 seconds, all that shit happened. I got hella antsy and shit. But like right when it got like, cause it was quiet for like 10 seconds, cause everybody was like, everybody was like, anyone dead? Anyone? Everything is cool. Yeah. Literally, someone turned the music back on, and everything just went back. People started. I was like, fuck it, bro. I'm walking back in this motherfucker.
Yeah, so you had missed it, man. I don't know if you was out at college, but my 19th birthday party, even though it was my party, I'm not trying to hype it up. Top 3 of the year back in 2009. It was like in my backyard, and I got a big backyard where my grandma lives, and it was like probably anywhere from 150 to 200 people out there. Yeah. And it went from 10 o'clock to I shut it down 2:33 in the morning. No fights, no problems. I had 3 beer pong tables, I had a keg. Hella fucking 30 packs, 24 packs, all the shit. Plenty of beer to go around. People was getting fucked up. RP my nigga Steven, man. He was all around the party throwing up, all types of shit. But yeah, just it was a hell of a time. And I remember some dude that, a little cat. He was a little young cat. And he was probably like 16, 17. And he had, I was standing there by the music because I was controlling the music too, you know, playing the songs. He had pulled out a red bandana and he put it over, I don't know, I guess it was a Norte or whatever. Yeah. Put it over his fucking head, and he put it like whatever over his face and mouth. And I was looking at him the whole time, and I was like, hey bro, you know whose party this is? And he was like, nah, what's up? And I was like, this is my party. I was like, take that shit off. And he was like, instantly switched it up. He was like, oh my bad bro, my bad. Took it off or whatever. Probably about 30 minutes later I called it. And I was like, hey, y'all ain't gotta go home, but y'all get the fuck up out of here. I was like, hey, thanks for the party, I appreciate it. And motherfuckers just walked out without a problem. It was like, yeah, it was dope. It was dope to see that, you know what I mean? Like, and that was like one of my last parties. Yeah. But you can't have house parties no more like that. You can't have my house party. Yeah. Like my 27th. But yeah, I had a onesie party, bro. And we had you saw the blow up house? Yeah. I paid for all that shit, bro. I bought a cake. I bought a fucking blow up house. That shit was dope. And then like because I told people about that shit, literally only one person did not come in a onesie. No, one person. One person. Everybody, you even came in. I came with my snow bib.
Yeah.
I came with my snow. I was like, I ain't got no onesie.
I was so mad at that one person because like he was a big nigga and he was like, bro, I didn't have time. I go, bro, my dad's bigger than you, bro, and he fucking got a onesie with no sleeves on it because there's no sleeves. He cut the sleeves off. Cut the sleeves. Well, that motherfucker got a big ass. I told you a month prior. This priority. I was telling people months about this shit, bro. So you have no. Amazon does 3 days shit. Yeah. Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, if you don't got Prime, they do 5 days.
Yeah, come on, bro. You had time. You just was bullshitting because you was overweight.
Nah, yeah. So, it's like how we was to retrack earlier. How we was talking like when you say you start off at like coming in as a rapper or whatever, and then you go to you see like the promotion part, you see the producing part, you see everything.
Ghostwriters there are who wanted to be that nigga in the spotlight, and they just out here writing raps.
Yeah, I'd rather be a ghostwriter than anything. Fuck Drake and all that.
I think it's where you get in, because Snoop Dogg said it to me the best, because he's a GGN. I look at a lot of podcasts. GGN, Nori's got his podcast. You know what I mean? Fucking Joe Rogan, fucking a lot of fucking podcasts. Right? I try to take a lot of things from all of them and shit, and What was I talking about, nigga? I started bringing about other
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg's
GGN,
podcast, GGN. Yeah. See, I went too far away from the deep end, but GGN, he literally said to everybody, he literally said, hey, whatever song pops you off, I got you, bro.
Oh, yeah, I got
He goes, whatever song pops you off, bro.
I know. Appreciate it.
Whatever song pops you off, take it, bro. I don't give a fuck. So, like, all those people who get popped off all that stupid single, like Soulja Boy, that's why I can't hate on them.
Soulja Boy, tell him.
I can't hate on them that much because
I mean, you gotta take it around with it.
Even Snoop Dogg said, "Hey, whatever song you take that shit, use it, get in, and then make those decisions." I'm like, "Hey, yo, I need
what you really about.
My integrity and blah 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 blah." Because nigga, know what? Some niggas never get in, nigga, and I'm like, "Damn, nigga. All right, we need to get the fuck in, nigga."
Let's just do a catchy song.
That's what, like, literally that changed me and my homies' minds. Not even just that phrase, but like the more and more you do music, you can't criticize people for making it for certain shit because you realize like, oh, bro, I've done 100 songs. I know for a fact I've made 100 songs. For a fact, in my lifetime, I can say it with no hesitation. Made 100 songs. Not famous, not rich, da 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 da.
Same here.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's gonna take, it could take you one song, it could take 1,000, bro. It could take whatever. It could take never. It can never happen. So you have to come up with a thing in your mind that keeps, and like, bro, it don't matter if I get famous, if I get rich, if I get...
I made that bitch famous. I made that bitch famous.
I get what you said.
Nah, but what I was going into...
I was gonna, go ahead.
What I was going into is like, you start off as a, like for me personally, like I'm speaking about my journey. Yeah, like I started off as a rapper, and then I went to the producer. Oh well, I started off as a graffiti artist, went to rapper, producer, all this shit, and then it, you know what I mean. Now I'm seeing like I'm going different routes. Like I want to multiple sources of income, doing the apparel. That's the one thing that I've always dreamed of, making my own apparel line. Eventually, I mean, and I'm reaching for it. I'm trying to make my own shoe. I'm trying to whoever with. Shit, Nike, New Balance, Asics, whatever. I'm not even tripping, but I mean, like I wanna
Nike
hit
all
different.
day. You see my closet, cuz
Nike.
Nigga, Nike.
I fuck with Nike all day, but I do fuck with New Balance. Shout out my boy Kawhi. He just signed that. He signed that deal. Kawhi Leonard, boy.
I fuck with the number ones, but I don't fuck with the basket. I used to fuck with they cleats and shit, but I'm a Nike nigga, bro.
I love Nike. I love Nike no matter what, but. Hey, as a matter of fact, I just watched some shit. It's called
baseball cleats, bro.
Yeah, you did. You did. I remember them.
Yeah.
I had the Hirachis though. I had the
Hirachis too.
Yeah. Those are the.
I bought either Nikes or Jordans, bro. In high school, I had New Balances, and then my last year, I go, fuck this. I'm getting whatever. I don't give a fuck what these niggas is doing, nigga.
I had the Hirachis, then I switched. I had to go to Mizuno's, man. Mizuno's my shit.
I used to do Mizuno's, man. I like all the brands, bro. Yeah. But like when it comes down to it, as far as style. Because the thing is, if you pay this certain money, you're going to get the one you want.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just the money-wise aspect. And that's why I got the Jordans. Because if you pay the Jordan money, you get a cool, it's not the best cleat in the world, but it's one of them and they look hella sick.
Look legit.
They look a little sick and not everyone's going to have that shit. Yeah. So I'd rather have that shit. When you got fucking like Mizuno's a great fucking cleat, bro. But hella niggas got Mizuno. Yeah. It's just like a mental thing for me. Yeah.
Everybody to each his own, like I said.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, you know what I mean? I can't wait for y'all to see what I got in store for the funky.
Oh, here's a question I got for you.
What's the question?
If you were gonna if you got a 30,000 amphitheater and or a stadium or whatever.
Room for 30,000?
30,000. You're gonna put on the concert. You're gonna put on the show. You can send me that, and I can put it up on there when I edit it.
Yep.
So you don't have to keep thinking about it.
No, I was gonna show him.
Yeah, I know. So don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
But you're gonna have a 30,000 amphitheater stadium. You can have 3 to 5 people perform. Your budget's unlimited, and they could be dead or alive. Who are those 3 to 5 people at that concert?
Rapping?
It could be
whatever.
It could be whatever you want.
Okay.
And if you perform, that takes out one of the 3 to 5 people.
No, I'm not performing. So I would have, for sure, Nas. I love Nas. That's one.
Have you seen Nas perform?
Yeah.
I've seen Nas perform twice or 3 times.
I'd have Revolution.
Revolution? No, I didn't see Revolution. I
Revolution.
I seen Junior Gone and Damien. I saw them twice.
I saw Stephen Marley. He opened up for Revolution. at the Berkeley Theater. So I'd have Revolution. They're the fucking
Revolution's tight.
One of the best, probably legit the best concert I've been to.
Revolution.
Yeah, boy. So
I was just listening to
Nas, Revolution. I'd have Prince.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. You gotta have Michael Jackson. Come on.
He
now.
goes into the next question.
Yeah. And then well, that's 4 right there. That's a hell of a concert right there. I'm gonna stop
who was it? Revolution.
Revolution, Nas, Prince, and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
And I'll throw a girl in there. Well,
that's what's so hard, Todd, because you don't want to be like sexist or like weird.
No.
You don't even think about it sometimes, because I didn't think about it, but like, I think about this question all the time, because like I think about so many artists. Like the more and more I think about it, because I'm like, you could do a whole 5 of just women.
I'll throw the local artist. What's her name? T. What's her name?
Taya.
I'll throw Taya in there. Fuck it. Shout out Taya. Yeah. She's clean.
Shout out Taya.
You peep the voice though. Shout out Taya. That boy has something going on.
Alright, so anyway, man, you like Michael Jackson, you said.
Oh, you know I used to like come on now.
What's your top 3 Michael Jackson songs?
Oh, come on, it's Billie Jean. Man, that's hard. Man.
I encourage people of all ethnicities and genders and sexual preferences to ask people what are their favorite 3 Michael Jackson songs.
That's a rough one because there's a lot of great songs.
If you ask that question in front of like 10 people, like you'll get a circle of people just talking about Michael Jackson for like 30 minutes.
Oh, for sure. then it's gonna end with people playing Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So Billie Jean. I mean, it was. He had his brothers on it with PYT. I wanna love you, PYT, pretty young thing. So I mean PYT, and then damn, that's hard, bro.
Come on, bro. Mine's
Thriller.
Thriller.
Gotta do the Thriller.
Mine's Remember the Time. You Rocked My World.
Chamoli.
Yeah. Chamoli. And then Butterflies. You get. And then I Want to Be Where You Are. My number 4. I want to be where
it's not. You are not alone. I am here with you.
No, I just did that because making a video and shit.
Yeah.
And then I had a 4th question. I can't remember what my 4th question is. What I asked people and shit. I asked movie characters, bro. So
who's my favorite artist?
I asked you
actors.
I say, what's your favorite actor or actress? Not because which one is your one, but which one do you most relate to of the character they played in
Chris
a movie?
Pratt.
But what movie?
I'm sorry.
But what movie would it be?
Chris Pratt.
So wait, before you answer it, because the reason I say is because I think I'm a Brad Pitt. Because I want to be a Brad Pitt.
Except Brad Pitt in what? Fight Club?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
But I'm really more of a I'm more of really of a Brad Pitt from a Burn After reading.
So I'd say I got 2 of them because I mean it'd be God damn it! What the hell is that? I can't believe I forgot his name. So Chris Pratt in what's that one with Denzel Washington when they're the old school cowboys? Seven Wonderful Men or Magnificent Men. Magnificent Seven. That's what it's called.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. So Chris Pratt in that because he's so goofy, and I got my seriousness about like my I got 2 sides of me. I'm not bipolar, but I got two sides of me. But
you a Gemini or something?
Nah, I'm not a Gemini. But there's a time and place for the goofiness, and for most of the time I'm goofy.
I'm a Libra, ladies.
Hey, I'm a Virgo. I'm a perfectionist. Shout out.
I have perspective.
My name is Charles, and I like a woman who loves everything and everybody. I love everybody and everything. This sounds like this is
hand, baby. Let me show you
to the love land.
Let me take it as sweet it could be.
Sharing your love with me.
With Larry.
Go with you to float on. Nah, and then it was Tom Hardy in Lawless. when he was Forrest Whitaker. Or not Forrest Whitaker, Forrest Vanderant.
I was gonna say
Forrest Vanderant. Forrest Vanderant, because you know, I mean, he's like real stern and like just a heavy force, man.
Okay.
So yeah, those are my two. But I mean, if you go to like favorite actors, it'd be for sure Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington.
Why Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman's my man, dog.
Yeah.
It tracks back to Shawshank Redemption.
He looks like he got a bunch of raisins on his face.
Well, he can look like whatever, but he's the voice of America.
Just kidding. Dave Chappelle signed off on him, niggas. So.
Hey man, what's all this chocolate on your face? Chocolate, it's doo-doo, baby.
Crackhead?
Yeah, he said, hey, nigga, care for some grape juice?
Wait.
What the fuck is juice?
Juice, nigga?
I want some grape drink. It's purple. Sugar, water, purple.
Scream! I know what you're talking about. Hey, that's so funny about. Did you watch the Dave Chappelle Mark Twain Awards? What's some shit that you've been watching on Netflix? I've been watching.
I ain't even watching Netflix. I've been watching Hulu.
Okay, so wait, let me say.
I'm gonna tell you exactly.
I'll say my top 3 on Hulu. On not Hulu.
Just say whatever. Netflix. Top 3, whatever.
Okay, I'll say my top 5.
Whatever you've been watching.
Whatever
top 5, whatever you've been watching on whatever.
Okay, so me. And
this quarantine edition right here now.
So like me and my dad, we watched Tiger King for show.
Just shout out Joe Exotic.
I watched that. I'm Nose Exotic.
Nose Exotic. Karen Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
God damn it. I was dying.
I buddy.
Yeah, kick his ass.
Yeah, fuck yeah, right, brother. It's so funny when white people call you brother. Hey, brother. I'm like, yo, because you think they're being racist, but you're like, oh, they call everybody brother.
Yeah, hey, brother.
Yeah, you're like, hey, you calling me brother? Yeah. But I would say Tiger King. Me and my dad just watched On My Block. I actually watched like the first and the third season. I didn't watch the second one.
Something random.
I went to chill with the homies, nigga, while he was watching it. I started getting back into Westworld. I've been watching a lot of wrestling on YouTube.
Old school wrestling.
Like Eddie Guerrero and Chris
You know the funny shit about that? Let me tell you, I was just talking to my brothers about this shit because we got a group text message with like 8 of us. Check it out.
And a lot of superhero movies. But go ahead.
Got you. My bad. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, but you're good.
Just let me get into wrestling and then I'll talk about my top 5 or top 3, whatever the fuck it is.
Get into
so wrestling, golden era of wrestling when we was growing up, I was about 10, from 10 to 12 or whatever. My brother Ryan and Jared and their dad, Manito Ernie, he used to wrestle back in the day with Rikishi. That's his cousin. And so Rikishi gave us backstage tickets and all the shit. And when we were 11, what time?
We gotta stop it and start it
again.
Bro, it's an hour, nigga.
Back to Rikishi, he gave us backstage passes when it was like 10, 11. This is like golden era of wrestling. This doing Stone Cold and The Rock. So we met The Rock. Of course, we met Rikishi. He gave us the tickets. We met The Rock. We met Bubba, the Dudley brothers.
Oh my God.
Farouk.
I can't wait to tell my wrestling story after.
Yeah, the Farouk Warriors.
I know exactly.
Undertaker.
I know everyone you're talking about.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Sable. All like I was 10 years old, 11 years old.
Bro, I was around the same age when I went to my first live.
Yeah.
Bro, when
Did you go to the Civic Center?
No, I went to somewhere in Sacramento.
No, we went to Sac. We was in backstage at Sac.
I don't know.
At the it was
almost like a college place or some shit.
Was it Arco Arena?
It wasn't even Arco, I think, because it was like it seemed like a college. When I look back at it in my memory, I felt like we were at like a college or something.
I don't know.
Because we thought we were at Arco Arena or something, and it wasn't. It was over like a college or some other stadium. Because we went and it seemed like a college.
Might have been Sac State. I don't know.
It could have been something. All I know is, bro, when you watch wrestling live, because there was a point where me and my sister were hella into wrestling. We thought it was real, right?
Yeah.
Then my dad broke it to us. This is shit.
My dad did the same shit. That shit fake.
It's fake, right? So like for a year or two, me and Megan were like, fuck this. But then when we start growing up, and we're like, hey, even though this is fake, bro, isn't this hella crazy that they're doing this though? Like, you know what I mean? So my dad, even though we were kind of into it, we're kind of whatever. Like we're into it, we still like it. But now that you told us it's fake, like we weren't like
looking at it a
different way, right?
Yeah.
He took us live, and me and Megan just said, I don't give a fuck if it's fake, bro. Like, bro, when you go live,
oh, it's dope.
It's like going to, like I couldn't even imagine.
You hear the theme songs,
bro. Bro, when they shut the lights off and it's all black. And then me and Megan got styrofoam hands. Megan had a Triple H. Megan likes Triple H. And then, like, I love The Rock, and I love, like, she loves The Undertaker.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, she likes Kane. I like The Undertaker and The Rock. She loves Kane and fucking Triple H. You know what I mean? So, bro, she's got the fucking Triple... Bro, we saw Chris Jericho. I saw Triple H live.
Damn.
Bro, I saw the Dudley Boys.
That's
Bro, break fuck. Like, I just didn't see The Rock or Stone Cold pretty much. Like, other than that, I saw everybody who... I didn't see Hulk Hogan or nobody, but as far as the Attitude Era of, like, WWF...
When it was the shit,
like Rikishi, bro. I honestly I saw Rikishi. I saw that nigga do the worm and shit, bro. We saw everybody. We were so salty as kids because we were like, bro, we didn't see Stone Cold or The Rock because it wasn't like a televised one. It was like a weekday one. But you look, when I look back, I'm like, bro, I saw Chris Jericho in his prime doing backflips off the rope.
Off the ropes,
bro. I saw Rey Mysterio too, bro. I'm like, bro,
619.
Bro, I saw all that live, bro. When even my dad was just like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Because when you hear the sounds and the thumps
and then
on TV, it does not do it justice.
Yeah, it doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't, bro. When you hear that ring, bro.
And then you hear that.
Bro, think about, let's say a basketball stadium, it's only 10,000 people. Let's just say, not even that. Let's say it's fucking 8,000 or whatever. Yeah. Think about that. Bro, you hear, when they slam on the ring, it echoes in the whole, and you're like, oh my God, this nigga just fell that far on his back. Nigga, I don't give a fuck with his pillows, nigga, what the fuck? That was hella high. We saw Jeff Hardy, nigga, bro.
Oh, the Hardy brothers?
Bro, me and Megan saw almost, like, when we were kids, we were like, man, that's fucked up, we didn't see. We grow up older, we're like, nigga, we saw Triple H spit water in the air, nigga, live.
Oh, that was the shit.
Bro, we weren't even that far, like, we weren't even, like, we're, like, in the middle. He didn't buy us he bought it, like, because me and Megan were into wrestling.
Yeah.
I love it.
Everybody was.
I still love it to this day, but it's not like how it used to be.
Nah, for sure,
you know
for sure.
I mean? But, like, back in the day when I was a kid, bro, I'm like, that was all I was. I'm like, I had the Hulk Hogan, I had hell of wrestling action figures. I'm surprised I didn't
get shit. The ring, all the shit.
The ring.
We used to come out to the songs and wrestle as cousins. With my
you know how many
cousins.
Sharpshooters I put Megan in? I did the balls of Jericho. Rock bottom, bitch.
Fucking pedigree, boy. Sorry, Megan.
Megan did the pedigree.
I ain't seen Megan since she was like 8 years old.
Yeah, man.
She was like a little, then back in John Muir or whatever.
She's an old ass woman.
Yeah, I know, she's a grown ass woman now. Hey, so back to the whole whatever top 5 or top whatever on what you watching. Shout out Hulu. I fuck with Hulu a lot. Shout out Action Bronson. I fuck with Fuck That's Delicious.
Yeah, Fuck That's Delicious.
That shit. I binge watched that whole whatever season. They have 3 seasons and there's like 10 11 episodes per season, so 33 episodes. I've binge watched that within like 3 days. Big Body Bess, Mayhem Loran, Alchemist, like I fuck with all them. Like I'm trying to get in touch with them to get them over here somehow, some way. They were already in Frisco.
Make some moves.
Yeah, I know. I gotta try to. Them niggas is clean, bro.
I feel like Alchemist ain't moving unless he really fucks with shit.
Hey, if you guys go Hulu, check out Fuck That's Delicious. That shit is hilarious.
You seen Dave, Lil Dicky and shit?
Nah, I ain't seen it, but I seen the show, but I haven't watched it.
I watched like
I saw
2 episodes, and it's like. As much as I'm like happy it's a hip hop show, I'm actually almost as much happy as like it's just a good dialogue show. Like, you know what I mean? Like even if it wasn't about hip hop, there's certain things they talk about and like the silly shit that people talk about. Like
Lil Dicky is funny, bro.
It's like really relatable if you just realize. Like I said, I feel like I'm a college kid when I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, this is like funny, like. Because you could tell it's like a younger him when he's like before he got famous. You know, you could tell like some of the decisions he made. He probably made like some good ones and he probably made some dumb ones. You know,
everybody makes dumb.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. So it's relatable. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit.
So the other one I watched is the Burger Show with Alvin Kalen. I watch a lot of food shows. I don't know why it's like intriguing to me.
No disrespect. It used to be a big.
I used to be a fat boy, but I mean, you know, I had to swell up on him. But I think in another life I was a chef or something. But Alvin Kalen, I think he was one of the owners or like creators of Egg Slut. So he started that, and then he has a restaurant in New York now. It's called The Casual. But yeah, he has a lot of hosts on there and all that. And then another one I watch is Sneakerheads. Oh, well, that's a movie. I watched Sneakerheads. That was dope. But there's a show. It's called. Man, they go into. They just show. It's a series of. They just show like sneakerheads that they have like famous people come into like all the sneaker spots and just.
The complex one.
Yeah, the complex.
The complex one.
Yeah, the complex one.
Joe Puma.
Yeah, Joe Puma. That's exactly the one. I forget what it's called, but yeah, that's the one I binge watched on too. It had Jeff
with complex.
Jeff Bloomberg or Goldberg? Jeff Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Jeff Goldberg.
Or not Goldberg. It's Goldblum.
Goldblum. That's what Bloomberg and Goldberg.
Yeah,
Goldberg.
Wrestling. Goldberg.
Spear, nigga.
Hey, top 3 wrestlers.
Yeah, top 3. Oh shit. I had to say Undertaker because he went undefeated for that fucking long.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I gotta say, fuck. I mean, the infamous Hulk Hogan, of course. And then one to throw out there, Sting, nigga. I went for it, nigga. Sting, nigga.
With the bat, nigga. Sting's my top 3.
Yeah, nigga.
So
Sting
if you don't count The Rock and Stone Cold, this is my top 3.
Yeah.
Because the thing is,
Rock and Stone Cold.
Because even though if you look at those guys are like, they're not boring wrestlers. They're very entertaining people. But their moves they do, it's not very they're not jumping off the top rope. How many times did you see Stone Cold or The Rock jump off the top rope?
Never.
Okay, so when you see these 3 that I'm gonna bring,
but I love their moves so much because they're
entertaining and the way they set it up and they talk.
Or the people's elbow.
But you're gonna see why I bring that up. Jeff Hardy.
Oh,
top rope. Sting, he's jumping off the top rope. And then who?
With the bat, he got the bat.
He got the bat. And he's gone hard. You know what I mean? Who was my third one, nigga? I was trying to think of who was at the other. I keep thinking about this shit. It's Sting, Jeff Hardy. I've been watching hella. It's like Eddie Guerrero or something.
Eddie Guerrero, R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero.
Bro, Eddie Guerrero, bro. Like I loved Eddie Guerrero, bro. Like
Chris Benoit.
You can't
the
say
Wolfpack.
Woo!
Wolfpack for life.
Sting, Eddie Guerrero, bro, when the frog splash, bro.
Oh my god.
Like I know Rob Van Dam.
Hey man, you can't forget the Macho Man, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brother.
Savage. Hulk Hogan.
We're gonna let that shit rise to the top, brother. But yeah, man. Hey, it's been real.
We're gonna end it on this.
I mean, hey, what are we gonna end it on?
Wait, hold up.
What are we gonna end it on?
I was gonna say, how's your quarantine going now?
Oh, quarantine.
How's it affected you?
I really don't want to talk about it. You know, the quarantine, and a lot of people, you know, they're gonna call me out on it. But the quarantine is just like, hey, look at this hand right here. Don't see what this hand is doing. So a lot of shit's going on behind the scenes what people do not know or not getting publicized. Because every time you turn on the news, what do you see? Coronavirus.
So you talking about conspiracy theories and shit?
There's a lot of shit going on.
What the conspiracy theory here, nigga? How's your hairline still pretty much? Who's cutting your hair, nigga?
Don't worry about that.
That shit's fucked up.
Don't worry about
this
that, baby.
Nigga over here, I'm like looking at him. I'm like, nigga, you got a fade, nigga. I haven't seen a nigga with a fade for a couple weeks now.
You see that though? You know what I'm saying? I got the special.
Right now, like, nigga, you talking about? Hey, look at this hand, nigga. I'm looking at this hand.
Yeah, look at this hand. Don't worry about what's going on.
Look at this hand right here. You getting mine, nigga, with your haircut looking ass.
Hey, you know, you gotta know.
Hey, you know somebody's doing it because he would have just said it was him, nigga.
You know somebody who knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna tell you this.
You know how bad I want to fade right now?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on, we gonna end it on this. A wise man once told me, it ain't about who you know, it's about who knows you. Because you can know somebody, but they might not remember you. And I took that to heart. So I mean.
So wouldn't it be like it's not who knows you, or it's not who you know,
it's who knows you,
who remembers you.
Who remembers you? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So, however you want to put it.
I gotta say, bro. Hey, bro.
How's your quarantine going?
It's straight.
I mean, we're not even social distancing. Everybody's gonna call us out on that shit, but fuck them.
I don't care, bro.
Hey, we love you guys though. Not in all seriousness. Fuck you guys.
So to close this out, bro. So pretty much, man. With the circumstances that I am right now in, I haven't done a podcast for over like almost 3 weeks now.
Damn.
And I'm so used to it that it kind of, I had a lot to say. And I got to say at least a good 60% of the things. And just to let people know I'm cool and everything and shit. And
we here.
And I appreciate you dearly. And the only reason you're able to be at my house is because I've known you for so long.
So long.
When I bring my name up to you, to my dad, he's like, okay, cool. You see how high he is. He's like, wash your hands.
Wash your hands, motherfucker. Yeah, wash your hands, nigga.
But he wouldn't even have you here if he didn't know who you
exactly.
were. So that's why it's kind of hard to do any new podcasts right now. Hopefully other things pan out well and shit.
I know.
But for you to be able to hit me up and do that and shit, because we've been planning.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we've been planning to do this for a while, but God don't make mistakes, and I guess that's why he waited for it now, because this is when I need it the most. And so I appreciate you like dearly for sticking with me, especially because I had a crazy fucking little 3 hours while you.
Nah, that ain't nothing.
You took a nap, nigga. Bro.
Yeah. I mean, you got to deal with what you got to deal with.
I just went through a roller coaster of emotions with a woman before I even came with you.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah, bro. But anyway, man. But I'm glad that you came and we just had a great time. You made me made me realize like I need to keep going hard with this
Hell
shit.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, God don't make mistakes. Like again, like we
for a reason.
There's like 3 times that we were supposed to do a podcast and we did, and then it happened right now, and you came through, and I'm so happy. Like, so as much as all the bad shit of the quarantine, at least one thing that good came out of it is that we got to sit down and talk and have time for each other. Cause
I reminisce, man.
Because honestly, today's a Monday, bro. Like, I would be at work right now.
That's it.
Or I'd be getting ready to go to work, and I wouldn't be asking you to come on. But yeah, so I ain't doing shit. So, but anyway, like I said, bro, like, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, as
and
well,
it's
man.
always love when I see you, and it's always great, especially like, you know, growing up and seeing that, like, you know a lot more people that I know too, and how we all connect a lot more than we know.
It came back full circle.
It's a small world after all.
It's a small world, baby.
So,
one love, hey. Salud.
Salud.
Hey, hopefully all this shit ends up. We clear it out. And we on to 2021. Fuck 2020. It's already over.
It's canceled.
Hey, that shit canceled, bro.
It was too perfect.
We made that bitch famous. We made that bitch famous.